In this tutorial I will show you how to use the clone tool in Inkscape properly and create a butterfly with it. If you can follow me in this tutorial, you will use the clone tool very efficiently. My name is István Szép and I am your Inkscape mentor. I am here to show you all the tips and tricks I know about Inkscape. Alright, let's start. If you're following my videos, you know that I love to use duplicate, which is Ctrl D. Now, the application is simple. I have an object, I push Ctrl D, and it's duplicating it. So again, it looks like a magic trick, but it's not. Notice how the arrows are flashing a bit. Bloom, and I have it done. It's duplicated on the top of the previous object. Very easy. Now, why am I telling this? Because cloning is almost the same with a huge difference. If I clone an object, I don't push Ctrl D, I push Alt D, or I go to Edit, Clone, Create Clone, Alt D, you see? And what is happening? It's almost the same. On the top of the original object, there is a clone of it. Now, okay, why it is different than a duplication? Because whatever I do with the original, the clone object will follow. I turn it to orange, it turns orange. I turn it to yellow, it turns yellow. Green, green. I make it bigger, it goes bigger. Okay? If I turn it into a path, the original one, and I change the shape of it, not in real time, but after I finish the change, the clone will follow. That's the whole point of cloning. Okay? And again, if I make it bigger, it goes bigger. But whatever I do with the cloned one, changing size, changing rotation, I cannot change the color because that's linked. It is not happening to the original. But again, if I rotate the original, the clone will rotate as much. If I scale, it will scale as much. If I color, it will be colored. And if I want to let it free, unlink the clone, is Shift Alt D. And from now on, they behave differently. So it can move differently, it can work differently. Okay, so how am I using this now? Is I will create a simple butterfly. Okay, not so simple because I like to, create illustrations and I'm a professional graphic designer, but what I want to create is something fun and interesting. So let's make a circle and another circle. This already looks like a wing of a butterfly. Now with Ctrl G, I group it up, or you can go right and create group here. So I group it up and I push Alt D to create a clone. With H or with this button, I flip it. So I already have a basic butterfly shape. Why did I group it? Because whatever I do in this group now will happen to the other side of the butterfly, which is my clone. So here is my clone, here is my original. I double click to go into the group. I select these two and I go to Object, Path Union. Now they are meshed together and they are one path. I can delete these things. I flip the whole thing. Okay. So I deleted some. I created the butterfly shape. I can add some nodes by double clicking and then control click these nodes to make them corners. You see, circle, diamond. These two. Start to look good. Maybe one more here. Diamond 2. It can be even turned back. It's not a real butterfly, I mean, I just make it up on the fly. Okay, nice. I like it that it looks like a man from the side. And I have an idea in mind, but this will make it even more amazing. This looks like a profile of a screaming man. I delete this node. And here I am drawing some basic shape. I don't know what it will be after all. It can be maybe hair. Good idea. This could be a woman. I'm just using this tool, the Bezier tool, or the pen, just to create some spikes here. I make them bigger. Okay, and I control click these nodes to make them curves. As I control clicked before to make these edges, now I control click them. So I'm holding control and click with the mouse to make them curves. This whole tutorial is about a butterfly, but it is more than a butterfly. Because I'm an illustrator, I am doing my own little games. I have even several courses about game art and logo design. So you can consider this as a creepy horror logo or something, and still being a butterfly. Okay, good. Yeah, so this is like a woman head screaming. I like nice noses, but this is too big. I'm just double clicking to add the bridge to the nose. Too bridgy. Okay, get back to the hair. Maybe I need it, maybe not. You see, everything I do is happening here on the other side as well. Can take this closer. Mind you, I'm drawing a woman now, but it's still a butterfly. So I double click again to go into the group. Okay, I remove this with Ctrl X, so I can Ctrl X. So I cut it and put it aside. Maybe I use it later on, but I want to figure out what I want to do. I want to create something like almost. It is like she's wearing a tie or she's wearing a jacket or something. This is the collar of a jacket. I merge them together with Ctrl plus or Path Union, and I rotate it. Now it's one object. Looks like a little boy now. Because of the neck. Like this, it's a little girl. And constantly while I'm drawing, I'm looking at it. Is it looking like a butterfly? Is it looking like a butterfly or not? What do you think? If it wants to be a butterfly, needs a body, which is just a simple square I'm using. I draw the square here with path, object to path, or Shift Ctrl C. I'm turning it into a shape. I'm turning it into a path, and I take it, make it very, very thin. Why? Because I want to match it. So it looks like a butterfly, looks like a little, looks like a woman with the longer hair. I can add a little swoosh here, just to make it like, maybe it's like part of the butterfly, maybe it's part of the hair. I like these little visual ideas. I had this idea before, and this is just, the head idea just came to me now when I started to draw. But on my original sketch, which is really a very bad sketch, so I'm not gonna share it with you. On my original sketch there is something totally different which I'm gonna do now. Okay. Why it didn't duplicate? Because it was not inside the group, but now it is. Just deleting nodes, refiguring a bit. Okay. Looks like this could be a tattoo. I am not into tattoos, and I'm not, I mean, I like tattoos on other people, I don't like it on myself, but hey. Okay, and this needs a little antenna. Which is basically a very, 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 very thin square. I want to make sure that it's so thin that it's almost invisible. And here I want to shape the head a bit. And now I create, zoom in and create the eyes and the long tongue and everything from the butterfly. What I'm focusing on is just how it looks all together. It looks like a butterfly. Maybe this should be really cool. Good. Now I'm going into the group and I create what I wanted to create, which is, wait a second, this hair. Nice, better. So I wanted to create, I can merge this here. I can delete these. So my idea was to create a skull as well as the butterfly. So with the screaming girl heads and the skull, you might say I am creating something for a horror game or a horror movie or something. I usually draw cute stuff, so how come? I don't know. I sometimes play horror games. I just played Little Nightmares. If you never tried it, you should. It's cute and horror a bit with crazy big characters. So yeah, sometimes this is coming. So how do I gonna create the skull is I create the basic shape. It's gonna follow, I'm just using again the Bezier tool, or I can use squares actually. Maybe the Bezier is better, because let's check what I can do. So click, click, click. Let's say this is the one end of the skull. Let's color it, if not even white, but let's say like a dark gray. Good. And I want these two things to match and create the skull together. White is not working for me now because it's too distant, first of all, and it's too, yeah, it's a huge difference here. So I just control click the nodes, and it's too wide. So although I have this cartoon looking skull shape almost, I'm just creating the cheekbones, and this is where the tooth will come. And you see it's very, very, very wide. So let's push it together. Nice, something like this. Maybe I saw a poster like this, that's why I'm creating this. Probably there was something like this before. Nothing is original. As one of my crazy teachers said in the art school, that what we do is just eating up what artists created before us, and we are recreating it. Okay. So let's draw some teeth here. just create rough shapes because then I control click them and they become much normal shapes. This one I can keep broken. Or actually not. I'm just thinking how to make it not so cute. Like I usually draw very cute teeth. So yeah, if they are edgy and they are very tooth-like. And I can fit one more here. With shift I'm selecting all of them. Good. So I see that they are too small. They are too small. So this can go away after all. I grow everyone up. Much better. Let's create some eyes, eye holes actually, and some nose holes. So this is for the nose. As you see, my anatomical knowledge is not top notch, and I really don't care actually. Now with Ctrl 5 I go in and I try to figure out where is the middle of this one, because there is an overlap which I don't like. So what happened is that there is an overlap with the skull which is further away than the middle of the butterfly, and also here. So I want this to be the middle line. I pull the guide in. Okay, be my guide. Nice. And if I do this now, so nothing can be, with Ctrl 5 I'm back again. Ctrl 5 on the numeric keyboard. Okay. Can overlap a tiny bit, but not much. If you click the ruler, the guide disappears. Good. So this is more of a scary alien skull because, yeah, I'm drawing cartoon stuff usually. So sorry if you wanted an anatomy lesson, it's not good. And as you see, I'm not using a reference, so I'm just having fun here. Want to create something strong and scary. And again, I have to go into the the more it goes over, the bigger the gap there. Where is my guide? Where is my guide? Good. So this is what I have now, and I can make it look like a butterfly by adding little more details. And I will. Let's make this the skull. I group up. So you can create a group in a group, it doesn't matter. I group them up, and let's make the skull going to white on the top. It's white. Okay, again. Let's merge them then. Ctrl plus. The gradient didn't work for some reason. Okay, good. You can give gradients to groups as well. Now it's better. I'm actually afraid to make it totally white is that it will be so much in the background that it will be not visible. So I need an edge around the butterfly. Okay, what I will create is different shapes following up my butterfly and my face as well. We'll see how that works. As you know, there are different shapes on the wing of a butterfly. And you see, because it's still a clone, whatever I do is happening on the other side as well. I just double clicked and I did a node, ended up nice. Control click this. Follow the curve. Again. Okay, not that much. Here as well. And as well. It's getting there, and the skull shape is good, or more or less good. And now you can say like, yeah, okay, Istvan, but you are drawing, you're a graphic designer, how can I do this? First of all, you can follow me, you can do this tutorial, and you can practice a lot. I didn't born doing this. I didn't born knowing this. I didn't learn this in the university. I don't know. I didn't you know, got talent or whatever. I worked, I practiced. So you can do too. And because we have the internet, you can follow a lot of great artists, as I do actually. And I learn every day and I compare myself to great artists and I'm like, Jesus Christ, you are so good, guys. And I want to get better. And I just want to, yeah. And then I just practice. This one doesn't want to be an eye or anything, it's just a shape here. Just to play. Good. So just practice and you will draw something like this. Make, think, look. I'm sure you can find this image elsewhere. It's not a unique idea because it's such a nice shape to have a butterfly shape, and it's easy to see different shapes into it, like faces or skulls and this and that. And it's a very normal topic. Okay, and why do I draw the butterfly, by the way? It's not because I'm some weird guy who likes tattoos and butterflies. It's because, I mean, you can lie. It's not weird to like tattoos and butterflies. If you have both, sorry. It's because I'm drawing this because I am one of the administrators, one of the admins in the Inkscape group called Inkscape Draw Freely on Facebook. We are almost 10,000 people there, and I'm one of the admins, and I am in charge of giving you, because I'm a teacher, I am giving you weekly challenges to improve your Inkscape skills. So if you want to get better at drawing, at designing, creating game art, do whatever you want with Inkscape, just go to the group and follow the assignments I'm giving. It's just for you to something to draw if you have no ideas. So that's why there is a weekly challenge, and now I decided, after my friend, one of my friends suggested, that I am also myself drawing the weekly challenges. So this is my butterfly, it's getting there. What I want to do is add these things together into one shape, Ctrl plus, so it's one shape, and make this butterfly a different color. I have an idea for red or blue. Good. And it can go with the gradient like this. And this one can be dark red. Okay, and the background and the eyes can be black then. Let's see if they are black. Wow, okay. Dark as hell. I merge these two together just so I can take it off from the skull. So I go path and difference. I cut it off. And then I send this to the background. Where are you? Same here. Let's be very dark. Good. And then this one can have a gradient like this. But a linear one. Maybe it's not needed. Okay, I still don't like how the skull is looking here, because it's not going top enough. I duplicate the wing. It's not good. I duplicated the wing, but I need this part to be understandable, so I don't duplicate it, because I'm just thinking I should cut this off. So I will cut it off manually. Just add two nodes here, one here, one here, and I just fix it to the side of the butterfly. Okay, one more idea, just for curiosity. Even better. I like it. What if I merge everything together and add the gradient into from dark to light? And this is the light. Too much. But I'm also thinking that I can add a gradient to the butterfly. So it is also following the skull, and I can make it longer. So it is also here, and then the antenna has to go higher as well. So yeah, this is it. This is my butterfly so far. I hope you like it. I like the screaming girls and I like the tattooy feeling, actually. Good. You can add one more wave here as well. And I can add some more. That's good. What I am doing now is cutting these shapes a bit again. So to cut them nicely, again I go inside the group. And I just play with this. It's all about adding details, I think. I like simple illustration. I like when the illustration has a message or a meaning or, you know, something fun in it, or in this case creepy. I'm just grabbing the edges. When you see the little hand appearing, you can grab the edges. And then I'm just adding some shapes. And you see it's nicely detailing there. Good. And here I will add one more shape, because why not? Ctrl plus I add it, so it's turning red. Control click on the edges. Delete this one. Okay, so it looks like an album cover or a cheap tattoo, but still I had a lot of fun creating this little butterfly. And I hope you like the tutorial. If you want to learn more, go to my website. It's called istvanseb.com, and take a look under this video, because I will put a promo code there so you can get my Inkscape tutorials a bit cheaper and start learning today. I'm just thinking to give it a background. Oh, I did this in the clone. So I'm still in the clone. So what I can do is, you know, if I rotate, everything rotates. If I rotate this one, nothing happens. If I scale this one a bit, nothing happens. So it looks a bit like a 3D butterfly. What I like to do is I duplicate it and I rotate it a bit. So it looks like a butterfly is just, you know, just, how to say, it's not so symmetrical, not so boring. So I move it a bit aside. And what I want to do is give it a big background, a dark one. Where is my perfect black? Because this is not black, this is black. You see, it's something like a brownish, dark brown thing. But what if I turn this dark brown? What if I turn it blue? Where is blue? Dark blue. Not blue enough, not dark blue enough for me. Oh, it blurred. No, it was accidental, my friend. Okay, dark blue. This one can actually cut out, so path difference. So I still have the original. If I want to do anything, it will happen as well here. But it's also because now it's a clone as well. Good. So it's actually, I can do it here. So path difference. You see, clones are awesome, but I also have to do it. I also have to understand what I do. Okay, good. Nice. So now it's like this dark blue, looking nice. If this is dark blue, then of course the antenna has to be, okay, neat. Why did you remain not blue? So I group up my original again. I can rotate it. And I can take sure that these little shapes are there and that the faces are visible. So I can draw like a hand behind it, holding the butterfly. Something like that. I imagine something like that. Just drawing a hand, like very roughly. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because it's not gonna be visible like all together. So okay, this is my hand. Just control clicking here and there. How do I do this? I'm looking at my hand and I try to figure it out. It's not perfect. When you click on a node and you create an edge, when you control click again, you can create a curve out of it, and then you can make it look a bit different. This one has to be thinner. So I just select the nodes and pull them up. This one has to be different as well. It's still thinner. I mean, this is the little thumb, a little finger, so duplicate the background, path, intersection. So I cut the background to the shape. Now I have the original. Here's the butterfly. It's okay, it's not visible in some parts. Has to be visible that it's human heads, or at least the skull. The human heads are like a totally third level meaning. They can be bigger, the butterfly, and I can duplicate it with Shift Ctrl G, opening up totally everything, and add it together with Ctrl plus. No, Shift Ctrl G. No, it's not working. I go to Edit, Clone, Unlink. Okay, I unlinked and I merged everything together. Why is it good? Because I can give it a shadow. Maybe I can pull down the original even a bit more. I duplicate it so I don't have to draw the hand again. Path, intersection. So this is it. It looks very metal now. I hope you can still see the heads of the little girls. You can still see the what is it, the shape, the skull. And now because they are unlinked, I can change the color in this one and leave the color here, so I can play with the gradient, like the wings are different, because this is still the clone of this one. You see? So if I put the light here, it's changing here. But I want this one to be a bit darker, so the light is coming from that. And a bit more arrangement. Okay, it's totally white. Let's make it darker. Good. What's the name of this gradient? 2915. I give this the same, 2915. Or I can play with it and put it here back. Oh, what if I... Actually, that would be nice. So I'm just thinking to modify the whole shape a bit. This is my original. Yeah, it was too wide then. That was bothering me. Okay. Good. So that's it. The skull is visible, the hand is visible. I could play with this for hours, really. and I really enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy it too, because that's the whole point of Inkscape, that's the whole point of practicing. You only can get better at something that you really like. There is no point of doing anything like, you know, running or biking or martial arts or whatever. Practicing and practicing, it makes you get better, but you have to like what you actually do. Good. It's like some shadow. Yeah, and I just keep the hand flat. Give here a joint as well. Then it continues here. Oh, I have it here, good. No, more or less. So this is it. And you can follow me here on YouTube, so please follow my channel and check out my website, which is istvansepp.com, and check the link under this YouTube video. So this is my website, istvansepp.com, that's my name too, and go and check out the website because I'm teaching this and much more in my basic Inkscape tutorials, and there are tutorials about logo design and several tutorials about game character design, animation and game logo design as well. So that's it, István out, have fun and keep on practicing.